Hey YouTube, today I want to share with you a bike I got. It's a Bob Jackson. So Bob Jacksons are made in Leeds in England. Probably a little bit same genre as the Hitchens and such. Maybe not that classic, but from that same era. So this is a Bob Jackson that has been repainted, I believe, and it's got a mix of parts that require quite a bit of digging in order to find the appropriate pieces to put it back in its original state. But it's got campy shifters, Ultegra front derailleur, Shimano 105, new generation or newer generation rear derailleur. But I think this one's really good for the frame. Now, it has a mix of old and new. So I think the seat, this is a Brooks seat back in 1972. Now, why do I know it's 1972? Because the owner who sold it to me had these original parts. So here's the Campagnolo front derailleur, and here's the Campy rear derailleur. These are Nuovo record, and I think you can tell the year or the vintage by looking at the rear derailleur. And if you take a look at that, it's patented in 1972. So this bike was probably, all honesty, made in 1972. So anyway, the rear derailleur pulley here broke, so that's why probably the owner took it out and put in some of the newer generation. I saw Suguno drilled out cranks there, probably 52, 53, 42 or so, and I can't read the dropouts there, but it's got 5 rings in the back, 2 in the front, so 10 speed. And I think this bike originally had Weimann center pull brakes, as you can see in that this piece here allows for that to happen. But strangely enough, they put on Dura-Ace first generation brakes, so it really conforms to that Frankenstein message that I described earlier. This is a Campy headset with 1980s or so profile stem, and these are first generation Dura-Ace brake levers. Can't tell what the stem is, RKO or something. Interesting. MVC, it says. MVC is that insignia up there. There's the head badge, front brakes, and I believe the wheels are not original. Can't see what the brake hubs are for now. It looks like it's a no-name hub, but it's a Saturn wheel set. That's in the front, and let's look at the cable guides there. Really cool, the old stuff. And I can't tell what the rear hub says either. But anyway, interesting find in terms of Bob Jackson. Well, we'll see what we can do with it, clean it up, find some original pieces, put it back together, and see how it goes. Thanks, everyone.